Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask what's shifting? What's shifting for the divine masculine? What's shifting for the divine feminine? Let's see what's happening for both. Okay, now we're going to use the psychic tarot deck for the divine masculine. We're going to use the twin flame journey tarot deck for the divine feminine. But please feel free to switch roles if you identify more so with the other side, or take advice from both, or identify with both if you'd like, since we are all the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And the trick is to integrate both the divine masculine and the divine feminine sides of us to be in union with our twin flames. Okay, also, I'm offering 10-minute free readings to all of my new subscribers. You can just email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com, and you can let me know what your one question is, and I will send that to you via private video. And if you're interested in what my other readings are, I will talk about that at the end of the video, as I am running some specials. Okay, so let's start with the divine masculine. What's shifting for the divine masculine right now? What's shifting? What's shifting for the divine masculine, please? Two cards. Two cards. What's shifting? Two cards. What's shifting for the divine masculine, please? What's shifting? My mind wandered, so it does that if my mind wanders. I gotta stay focused. This is why I talk out loud. What's shifting? What's shifting for the divine masculine? Two cards. What's shifting? Two cards. What's shifting for the divine masculine? Two cards. What's okay? Ooh, interesting. Okay. We've got the heart chakra. That's beautiful. The heart chakra, this is about unconditional love, compassion, harmony, healing, right? With relationships. So the heart chakra is getting balanced. I love it for the divine masculines. Heart chakra is balanced, paired with the world card. I love this too. The world card is absolutely upright. This is about consciousness, the oneness, right? Working on their consciousness. That is shifting for the divine masculine. That is beautiful. That is a pretty huge shift to balance your heart chakra with the world card of consciousness and oneness. I love that. I love that. It's also about a new cycle. When you get the world card, what does it mean when you go into a new cycle, Mary Beth? Well, let me tell you. What does it mean to go into a new cycle? Well, it means you probably, if you finished a cycle, it probably means you jumped in vibration. So when you complete a cycle, let's just say you were in the courage and you completed a cycle. So now you're a higher. Maybe you're in neutrality, or maybe you're at willingness. Anyway, what that means is you're closer to being in your as a vibrational match with your twin flame. That's what that means. So that part is exciting. Okay, let's look at the divine feminine side. What is shifting? What is shifting for the divine feminine at this time? What is shifting? Two cards. What's shifting for the divine feminine, please? What's shifting? Two cards. What's shifting for the divine feminine? What's shifting? What's some nice things happening for the divine feminine? What's happening? All right. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so that's interesting. So I'm going to get I'm going to get a clarifier on this. Ten of Pentacles is reversed, so I'm going to get a clarifier on that. But we do have Queen of Cups upright. So that means the divine feminine is really getting in touch with their intuition. Okay, they're really getting in touch with their emotions, right? So we have Queen of Cups, getting in touch with their, getting introspective with themselves, right? Really understanding and really listening to their spiritual selves, okay? But why is Ten of Pentacles reversed? Why is this? Oh, okay, they are telling me something, but let me just get a card. Why is this here? Why is Queen of Cups here with Ten of Pentacles reversed? Why is this here? Okay, I think I know what it's going to say. Okay. All right, so before I pull a card, I will say what I'm getting. So what they're telling me is that it's almost like what's shifting for the divine feminine is that, like, you no longer see things that you thought was like an ultimate achievement, it's like it's no longer, it's like you're shifting in what you view as like an ultimate achievement. So let's just say you thought, hey, being with my twin flame is like the ultimate achievement and that's where it's at. And some of you might be shifting and saying, no, actually, it's this instead. Like, actually, this is the ultimate achievement. Or let's just say, getting this job I thought was the ultimate achievement, but a lot of people are going through some kind of shift right now. And now they don't view the same as what they thought before, if that makes sense. What they thought was important no longer seems as important. That type of thing. Okay, so but I also pulled so we got interesting. So we got death card reversed. That's very interesting. So it's like an inner transition is what I'm getting. Oh, okay. So it's not like you're seeing the transition on the outside. It's like you used to really look for it out in the physical where it's like, where is it? Like, where is this transition? Like, where is the change? But now you're looking at it on the inside. So that's the big shift. You're shifting from the outside to the inside. And that it's almost like an inner achievement is what they're telling me. You're looking for this inner achievement as you're starting to feel that the outer achievement really doesn't make you happy. Like no matter how much outer achievement there is, it's not fulfilling you like it does with this. Like this is fulfilling you more. Being in touch with your spirit, being in touch with your intuitive side, being in touch with your own self, your own emotions. It's almost like a self-love here. See how she is like almost like hugging herself. So that's the shift I'm getting. Woo, with the divine feminine. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the divine masculine here. So both actually huge shifts here. So let's look at the divine masculine. Any more shifts for the divine masculine? Let's pull two more cards for the divine masculine. Two more cards. Two cards for the divine masculine. Two cards. Any more shifts? What's going on with the divine masculine? Let's see. Oh wow. It's almost like they're no longer. So it's like this is the Five of Pentacles reversed, but then we have the Hierophant next to it. Um, yeah, so it's almost like yeah, it's all about the wisdom. It's like this is the shift. Like and like it's like they're no longer really paying as much attention to material. It's not really about the material. It's more about the wisdom for the divine masculine. They're just paying more attention to spiritual wisdom. So I love it. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at the divine feminine. Okay. Any more shifts for the divine feminine? Two cards. Two cards. And then we'll move on to other decks. Any more shifts for the divine feminine? Two cards. Any more shifts going on for the divine feminine? Ooh, okay. Wow. Very interesting. So we have Knight of Pentacles reversed. And again, this is like an inner work, slow and steady inner work. And then like that's where it's like you find like that's where your success is. It's like you're starting to feel successful. It's almost like twofold, right? It's like you're no longer waiting for like this Knight of Pentacles to come forward. It's like you already feel successful in your life. It's like you're already feeling like this. It's like you don't need something to come towards you. It's like you already have it. It's like you're already this. You're already like, yeah, my life's already great. It's like I don't need something else to come into my life. And it's more of like like a more of an inner shift for the divine feminine. All right. So let's grab some more cards. What else is shifting? Let's grab this deck. What else is shifting for the divine masculine? What's shifting? Let's grab one card from the map deck. This is a cool deck. What's shifting for the divine masculine, please? And then we'll get some messages. We'll grab some stuff from the bag too. We'll grab a couple of things from the bag. All right, so what else is shifting for the divine masculine? One card, please. What's shifting for the divine masculine? What's shifting? One card. What's shifting for the divine masculine? Oh, that's interesting. All right, so we have follow the leader. Wow, interesting. All right. So what I'm getting from this is so the divine masculine, it's almost like so the shift is it's like they no longer feel like that they have to be in charge. It's almost like this is what they're telling me. It's almost like they're following their soul. It's like they're no longer saying, "Yeah, I'm in charge and like I'm in control and this is the way." It's almost like they're starting to listen instead. It's like you see like this light on the path here, and then I don't know if you can see the little fairies on the path and like the animals. It's like they are starting to notice like, so the divine masculine, they're walking this path and they're following signs, right? So they're following signs from spirit, maybe some spirit animals. Again, the divas, the fairies, and their soul, right? And they're saying, "Let me follow their guidance," okay? And that's what's taking them on this path. So that is a major shift for the divine masculine. And they're noticing now all the signs. So, for instance, yesterday I was walking my dog and I saw a hawk. So when I got home, I looked at the spiritual animal of the hawk and what it meant and what they were trying to tell me. So it's like that type of thing. All right, so let's look at the divine feminine. And I do, as you all know, identify as the divine masculine. I think my divine masculine is set. Like I am good. It's the divine feminine that I'm working on. The divine feminine. Whew, I'm working on that. So I am a set divine masculine, let me tell you. I'm good. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine. What is the divine feminine working on? What is the divine feminine working on? One card. What is divine feminine working on? One card. What is divine feminine working on, please? One card. I should say, what's the shift? What's shifting? I'm sorry. I stopped asking the right question, right? What's shifting for the divine feminine? That's interesting. So the dragon's lair. So, and you might all be feeling this right now. So when you go into the dragon's lair, it's kind of eerie, right? It's kind of like you're going into spooky territory. It's like you're diving. That's what the DF does, right? The divine feminine dives into the shadows. And when you dive into the shadows, that's where you do most of your learning. That's where you do most of your shifting. And so what does that mean to you being in the dragon's lair? So like maybe things don't seem as concrete, maybe things don't seem as like as steady and like things seem more up in the air. Maybe like you don't know where life is going, like what's going to happen. And it's like you're in this kind of like, when you're in this dragon's lair, it's almost like you don't know what's going to happen. So it's kind of like iffy territory, right? So let's get another card. So being in the dragon's lair is like a very, um, it's like you have to have courage, right? Like you need to have courage to go through the dragon's lair. Like that's what the DFs do, right? The divine feminines dive into the darkness because that's where they do their most learning. What's shifting? What's shifting for the divine feminine? Why is this here, dragon's lair? What's shifting for the divine feminine? What's shifting? Why is this dragon's lair here? What's shifting for the divine feminine? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So for the divine feminine, it's like it's very tough circumstances right now, okay? And so you're in this very hot, almost like not a very good atmosphere, right? So it's like 115 degrees, it's dry, you don't even have a bottle of water in your hand. And it's like you're going against all odds, walking this desert, and yet you do realize you have your twin flame next to you at all times, or if you want to see this as your soul or God or spirit, or I don't know, it could be your mother or your father that passed away, whatever it is, right? And like you're not alone, but at the same time you think, I'm going against the grain here, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't see any water here. But I'm just going to keep walking on this journey, and I know that I'm going in the right direction, right? And so against all odds, you are actually going through a tough, dry, heated time, right? The dragon's lair. So you may be a little trepidation or a little bit of fear as to like where you're going. It doesn't feel that comfortable, but yet you are doing it. So that's a huge shift for the divine feminine. Nice. All right, let's get some messages. Well, I did say I'd pull a little bit from the bag here, though. Let me see if I can grab a couple of things from the bag here. It's good. It's good from the divine masculine first. Okay, what advice or like what does the divine masculine need to know, or what's going on with the divine masculine, or any messages for their divine feminine? What's going on? What's going on with the divine masculine? All right, any more? Any more? Do I have to pull one? Do I have to pull one? I'll just pull one. Just gonna pull one. All right. All right, so for the divine masculine, oh, interesting. So it says, thinking of you is painful for me. Yes, thinking of you is painful for me. So the divine masculine wanting to let the divine feminine know, thinking of you is painful for me. All right, and then we also got, ooh, you're the only one for me. So the divine masculine wanting the divine feminine to know, you're the only one for me. Beautiful. All right, how about the divine feminine? What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know, or what guidance may you have, or what? Like what? Something for the divine feminine. What do you want us to know for the divine feminine, please? What do you want us to know? Anything else to come out here? Okay, what's that? Something fell out. Something hit the floor. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that's interesting. So for the divine feminines, we have Aquarius. So Aquarius just kind of passed. I believe that's like, I don't know, January 21st till February 21st, something like that. Well, maybe you're an Aquarius, or maybe your twin flame's an Aquarius, or maybe something happened during this Aquarius time. Okay, but it's something that maybe you can. Oh, okay. You know what they're telling me? The Aquarian age. Oh, wow. Okay. The Aquarian age is what they're telling me. Okay, so yes, the divine feminine is shifting into the Aquarian age. So that's huge for the divine feminines. That's why you're going through this, because we're coming out of the Piscean age. Okay. This summer, there's some significance to this summer. So some kind of big shift is going to happen for you for this summer. Let's see if we can get a message though. Any messages from the divine feminine to the divine masculine? Any kind of, if not, we'll just pull some message cards. Any messages from the divine feminine to the divine masculine? Or anything else for the divine feminine? Anything else? Anything else that you want the divine feminine to know? Anything else? All right. Let's see what we got here. Aw. All right, so for the divine feminine, we have third dimension. Yes. So the third dimension. So something about the third dimension, it could be that perhaps your twin flame relationship, vibrationally wise, is in the third dimension, and you're working up into the fourth. So the divine masculine completing a cycle. So, but perhaps still in the third dimension, but that's okay, because that is where all the that's where the biggest learning is. By the way, third dimension is not a bad thing. It's actually where all the experience is. Okay, that's where, that's like, it's like that's like the last stop, right? Like we create our whole lives, we create in all the other dimensions. Then we come to the the third dimension to experience everything we have created. So congratulations on that. Okay, and then here's a message from the divine feminine to the divine masculine. I care about you. Aw. The divine feminine wants the divine masculine to know, I care about you. Beautiful. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Also, if you're interested, I am having a special on my readings. So right now it's 3 questions for 25, 5 questions for 35, 8 questions for 50, and 12 questions for 65. On the $50 one and the $65 one, you're going to get 3 free videos from my course. That's the first 3 videos if you want to check out what that is as a thank you. Also, I do twin flame coaching, which is $100 for an hour. Okay. And then for my viewers only, I do charge more outside the YouTube. So for my viewers only, it's $100 over the phone. And my course, of course, is down below, and you can check that out. and that is for 222. And if you get the first 3 courses for free, then you can minus the first 3 prices of the video, and that's how much it would cost. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.